My esteemed friends, good evening to you all. I want to introduce my latest work, Igbo Americans, to you to tell you a bit about the book and what it stands for. By the way, it's not just about the Igbo Americans, it's about all the Igbo people. It speaks to all the Igbos. It speaks to people that are related to the Igbos too, like millions of African Americans and Caribbeans. But I decided to call it Igbo American because it made a special call. It called on this community that I've chosen to call the pearl on the crown of the Igbos. It speaks to them. It calls on them to rise up and lead the rehabilitation, the rebuilding, the healing of the Igbo people. I took a very sober look at the state of our people. I don't want to talk about some of the things I saw, but I will just talk about a little to wake us up. We are going down, 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 down. The population that our fathers and mothers carefully rebuilt after the tears, after the tragedy, after the darkness that arose over us, over Biafra, is being lost before our very eyes. Every day what we hear is 3 killed here, 4 killed here, 5 killed here, all in Igbo land. This is not who we are. I'm not an old man. The person speaking to you is not old. But I experienced an Igbo land where the death of a single person so bars up an entire community. What happened to us? We borrowed the noxious culture of calling mourning celebration of life, and it's like we began to celebrate deaths. This is just a sample of what we have become. So I took careful stock of all this and said, who will bail the cat? I then decided to call on Igbo Americans because of their potentials. They are citizens and residents of the most important country in the world. Whoever is in America and gets the attention of the people that run in America can get a lot of things done. The Ethiopian American community, which I compared to the Igbo Americans, was able to influence things in that country that is going through conflict now. But Igbo Americans, we have not seen them doing much to stem the tide in Igbo land. So I decided to call on them, but not before looking at the people themselves, at Igbo Americans themselves, and highlighting the weaknesses in the community, which if they are healed, Igbo Americans will become the giant again, or will become the giant because they have not been giants before. I looked at the marriage among Igbo Americans. It's not healthy. Then I looked at what has stopped Igbo Americans from becoming a community. I analyzed everything clinically. If I begin to talk, I will spend the whole evening talking. So these are matters that I looked at carefully, and I believe that if others look at them too, and we begin to make amends and redress and address certain issues I raised, this community will become very strong. And when they become strong, they will be in a position to lead the Renaissance. They can call the governors of the Southeast and tell them what is best for the Igbos, if they themselves know what is best for the Igbos. No governor will ignore 1 to 3 million citizens of the United States. So I had to tag the book. I had to title the book Igbo Americans because of this call. And what I'm begging every Igbo that will listen, try to read this book. Let us drop cynicism. Somebody has to produce the work, and somebody has to read it. If others write this book, I'll read it. I think that is the way to proceed. That is how a community that wants to be alive proceeds. Before I stop, I will try to show us the front cover of the book.